That was it.
All right. Well, I'm happy that we're back doing this. And guys, for the people that don't work during the NFL football season, we're doing 2 anything betters a month instead of 4 because we give you the BetMGM stuff. Okay. Now, Bill, I wanted to talk to you about something. I called a buddy of mine. I'll say his name. I was home. He's a neighbor of mine. You know him. You know him well. Our Greek friend over there, Giannis Pappas. And I was going through. I'm not going to lie, not bad, but I just had one with my wife. And you weren't around. And it was one of those where I pulled into Stop and Shop, and I was waiting for them to deliver the groceries to the trunk. And I just fucking got into it. So I just needed a friend to just say, you know something? It's about their mood and it's about them. And he's listening. And then he goes like this. It was actually really funny. We talked about it with Bobby yesterday on his podcast briefly, but I wanted to emphasize this because me and you do this sometimes. And any man or woman listening to this, ladies, we know you call your girlfriends when you're having issues with your husband or boyfriend.
Hey, Paul, guess what? I don't give a fuck what they do. Well, go ahead. We don't need to make them feel better. Just say what you did.
All right, so this is what happens. I call him up. I tell him I bitch. And he goes, yeah, they go through stuff, and he starts doing that. So I'm listening. At first, I'm listening. He's like, their bodies and hormones and stuff like that. And then as he's doing it, I'm like, yeah. And then I just go, and we both left. I go, oh, things are going good. And he goes, yeah. And we just bursted the fuck out laughing because he was like in a good place because he went through the stretch. Okay, that's what a friend does is they let you fucking lay it on them and they're on board. On fucking board, dude. They're Absolutely. The one going, yeah, you're on board. Listen, I hope you get fucking custody of the kids. We'll get a good lawyer. That's what a fucking friend does. So me and I call you sometimes. I'm not gonna, Stacy knows I call you sometimes, and you either go, no, you're good at as a friend just listening and taking it, and then when you're in a good mood and things are good with you, you go, like you just leave it. You just leave it over. Yeah, and then but if you're going through something, then you just go. Me and you always go, no, they do. Like, you want to know why? And then this is when I know you really are in a mood. When you go, you whisper and you go, you want to know why, Paul? And then you say my first name, and I'm like, oh yeah, here it comes. Yeah.
Here comes some gold.
Bill, never did.
Never did. Oh, it's the funniest thing ever. Ever. I fucking, I was going through, whatever. It's marriage. You're going through some shit. My wife was just fucking coming at me for like 2 days in a row. And I didn't, I wasn't being a cunt. So I was like, So in the middle of it, I called you up. I was like, dude, you know what? I go, they're just unbelievable. I go, you know what? They don't give a fuck. And Paul goes, never did. Never did. I bursted. I was in the grocery store when I was talking to you. Never did was so fucking profound to me. Because it's like the whole thing was a lie. Like, they don't give a fuck means, all right, you put a ring on them. They got a couple of kids. They're comfy. So now they can get a little fresh with you, right? But never did was that whole fucking thing is now I'm in Donnie Brasco. By the way, what do you mean you pull up to Stop and Shop and you wait for them to bring out the groceries? Do you order them online?
Yeah, there's something called a Peapod pickup where basically they have
you sit there looking for celery and shit.
No, it's done.
On a manifesto on the fucking internet.
No, your order is bagged and waiting there, like almost takeout.
No, you got to order it. They don't know what you want.
No, you order it, they bag it, and it's on a thing, and then you pull up.
They say no. Fast forward. How long is it you're fucking ordering? What are you doing there?
Well, if we order whatever from the grocery store, you order.
How do you do that?
Online.
Yeah. So now you got to pick it out.
Yeah, but we're not picking out we're not picking out peaches and shit. We do shit that they could just grab off.
Some guy's not going to eat your peach. Is going to pick it out. What are the odds he's not going to give you Jif when you wanted Skippy? This is your food, Paul.
They tell you that when you call. When you get there, they go, listen, is it okay? We didn't have Jiffy, but there's Skippy, or what's the other one? Oh, no, we didn't have Jif. We had Skippy. Is that okay? And you either say yay or nay, and then they switch it for you while you wait.
So you grocery shop at home, and then you drive down there, and then you sit in your car?
For certain things, yes. And you only sit in your car for 2 seconds.
Some diva? who can't go to the grocery store anymore?
No, I
Well,
just
I mean,
call
I'm
up. I go,
fucking Paul Verzi. I can't go in there. I'm gonna get mobbed.
no, I just go, hey, I'm in spot 5. I'll be, my trunk's open. They come out. I try tipping them. They're not
Can I tell
allowed.
you something, Paul? I hate this new fucking world. I
Yeah.
fucking hate it. Get out of your fucking car and go pick it. Isn't it enough somebody murdered the chicken for you? Now you gotta have
Well,
some dude
hey,
pick
man,
it
when
up.
my wife tells me that it's ordered already, just go pick it up. I go get it. What am I going to do? I'm not fighting her. We go in and shop a lot, but there's certain things we need, like right now. So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Go down and get it? Paul, you're Italian. Paul Verzi, you're fucking Sicilian. You're gonna have some fucking redheaded Mick like me go down and pick out your fucking produce?
Nah, it's a
What's
bunch
the world coming to?
It's college girls getting jobs. I'm doing, it's not.
Oh, stop playing the hero. You don't want to get out of your Lexus. You're listening to Journey. Bill, I like to be do you even put your shoes on? I bet you're driving in slippers.
She pulls up, the trunk's open. She's take me in your arms.
I go to Stop and Shop and I'm waiting for him to bring out the groceries. Fucking, what are you, a dictator? I'm just picturing you driving in with like Jersey flags on the front of your car, flapping in like some fucking.
I'll go to a political rally.
I have diplomatic immunity. I don't have to shop for my own fucking groceries. Dude, these fucking kids, they need toothpaste. They order it on Amazon and it comes in like a refrigerator box. The thing's just bouncing. Dude, I've done it a couple times. I stopped doing it. It's stupid. They don't have the boxes for the shit you need. They give you a giant box and there's like a fucking thing of lotion in there. Could put a fucking air conditioner in there.
Well, Bill, while you're in a mood, why don't you talk to us about the prevent defense that you called me about?
Oh my God, this is what's killing me. I find this fascinating, Paul. That me as a stand-up comedian who's never coached a team anywhere, ever, at any level, week after week, I watched the Rams versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, the Rams are given 3 points. I take the Rams because I know their defense. I know Tampa Bay's offensive line. I know the way they're playing. Okay, I like the Rams. I bet them. And when they were playing defense, they won the game. You play to win the game. They won the game, Paul. Let me get this right. They won the game by 7 points. Okay? They had the game won if they just kept playing defense. But they went to the prevent in the first half and in the second half, and they ended up losing the game by 3 points. They gave up 10 points. The whole first half. Okay? They're going into the half. It's 7-3. They're playing defense. Tampa cannot move the fucking ball.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
There's like 2 minutes left or whatever. They go into a prevent defense against Tom Brady. Gee, what the fuck do you think he's going to do? There was like seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
And I was literally watching it on my podcast live. I go, well, they just gave him a field goal. They go right down the field.
Yep.
Kicks a field goal. Paul, they had 3 points. Now they have 6 points. Now, I know you and I aren't the best with math, but you just doubled their score. You were up by 4. Now you're only up by 1. But Paul, guess what? Guess what? You didn't let him get behind you. Yeah. That's their big takeaway. I didn't let him get behind you. You didn't fucking play defense. The whole point of defense is not to fucking get scored on. And you just gave them points.
Dude, that was really bad.
Second half, Paul. They go to the second half. It's the same fucking story, Paul. They can't move the goddamn ball. When when the Rams played defense, they gave up 3 fucking points.
Yep.
So it should have been 13-6, but instead it was 13-9. Brady gets the ball back. They go into the prevent defense, and in like 4 plays, they're right down the fucking field. You just give them 80 yards. Let's give them a 20-yard cushion and let them go out of bounds. This whole fucking fantasy that it's going to eat up the clock before they have time, it just doesn't work. So then they go down there. Now you're giving Tom Brady 4 shots at the end zone, and he gets a ticky-tack pass interference call. And what was funny is the second they got into the red zone, the Rams started playing defense again, and it became difficult again. It's like, why the fuck didn't you do that down the other end of the field? Now, the press conference comes along, and I'm sitting there. I'd tear my hair out, Paul, if I had any left. All right? I had a full head of hair before they had
I love that you stayed for the press conference.
Okay, to be honest with you, I didn't even watch it, but I've never heard in a press conference anybody ever say, it's John Madden's quote is the prevent defense prevents you from winning. That's a Hall of Fame coach. None of these cunts have ever won 100 games faster than him. They go in there and they go, yeah, you didn't get it done today, and then they just go into missed opportunities, things we need to do better. And this is what I don't understand. They go, well, these coaches are afraid. They're afraid to lose. It's like, what do you mean they're afraid? I'm watching the fucking Packers versus the Lions. They go for it on 4th and goal in the first quarter. They're in the middle of losing 4 games in a row. Just get some fucking points. They throw an interception. They come away with no points. But they get the scapegoat of analytics. So they have balls in the first quarter and no brains. Why the fuck are you going to a prevent defense at the half?
Yeah.
Why don't you go into it between the first and second quarter? What's the difference between the end of the first and second quarter and the end of the second quarter going into the half? What is the difference in that, Paul? It's not the end of the game.
No. And here's the other thing too, that what you just said about going out of bounds, that Rams prevent on Brady's last drive, dude, they were like so far back and letting the guy catch it and go out of bounds. But let me ask you this. I got a question about your Patriots and during their run. Did Belichick, because you obviously saw the game, more games than I did Belichick do a prevent during that dynasty run? He didn't a lot, right?
No, everybody does it. Everybody does it, and it drives me fucking bananas. But back in the day, they at least tried to keep you in the middle of the field.
Is it a clock eating?
Like, I was so beside myself when I was watching that game. With 5 minutes left, I knew it was going to happen. I was like, they're going to stop him here. They're going to get the ball back, and they're going to go down the field, and I'm going to die 1,000 deaths watching Tom Brady get 4 shots at the end zone, and it's Tom Brady, and he's going to get in.
Yeah.
I literally shut it off, and I turned on a fucking hockey game. Let me ask this, Paul. When you watch a baseball game and your Yankees are up by 2 and they go into the 9th inning, do they move the outfield to the fucking warning track to keep the ball in front of them, or do they keep playing baseball?
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a great point. Is it a clock eating tactic? Is the prevent to eat clock? What is that? It's a clock eating tactic, right?
I always thought it was so that you don't give up the big play. And it's like, if you can just keep them underneath, you keep them on the field. The clock is still going. They have to burn a timeout. You're not letting a guy get away, because I think
you can't let a guy out of bounds, though. You can't let a guy out
of
bounds.
I understand the whole theory. It doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. Everybody turns into Joe Montana in the 80s and goes the first 80 yards. Everybody's on the fucking 20-yard line in 4 to 6 plays, or in field goal range, in scoring range. Because if they're up by like 2 or 3, then they start playing defense at the middle of the field, and then it becomes hard again. The second they start playing, this is another thing too, Paul. The whole fucking game they didn't get behind you, and you would think it was happening every other play.
That's what I was going to say. It's like nobody scores any points, and then at the end of the game, all these great plays happen. Yeah,